So here I am at the beginning of 2026. It's already 1 week, almost gone. Do you believe it? Everything is unfolding very, very fast. And I'm here in front of my bingo board for the past year, 2025. I didn't know about this kind of vision boarding. And last year, more or less around this time of the year, I found a video in YouTube. And I discovered this new way to craft a vision board, something a little bit more fun for me. It's the bingo board. So I simply created kind of a bingo tablet with cardboard, and I had fun. I had some fun to lay down, to write down for each little cell the thing I was committed to manifest and to experience in my 2025. I have to say that at the beginning of 2025, I was already awakened to the law of assumption. However, I wasn't aware as I am today through the year, especially the past several months after the summer. I dived truly deep into the law, and I got to awaken myself more and more to it. So I now have a much broader awareness about the law and about how we create reality and we experience life. So I am here in front of my board for 2025, and I'm now completing my reports for the past year before to jump both feet into my 2026. I'm completing my reports these days. And so today I said, okay, it's the time for my bingo board. I wasn't thinking about it a lot, I have to say. And when I stare at it, I was magically surprised. I mean, I now am very aware that I do select everything, and that everything that I do experience in my life, that is my power, that is my command, hardened into fact. And this board, it's so powerful. So I wrote down little cells, each one of it with one thing that I desired at the beginning of 2025. And I stare at it right now, truly amazed. There are some things that manifested completely. I mean, nailed them. I nailed them completely. Something like 1000%. There are other things which didn't harden into fact at all. Something like there wasn't space for them in my three-dimensional reality. And there are other things which I have to say I experience kind of partially. Some things that came into my life, hardened into fact. However, then they stayed just for a little while, or I simply experienced them for, kind of once or twice, and that was it. So, all in all, I got the score of a 6 plus, 6 out of 10. As fulfillment of my desires in this year 2025. And I'm truly amazed because, through the year, I hadn't think about the board. I remember I had some days, especially at the beginning, the first months when I was still kind of attached to it, and I was going back to it, double checking my board. But then I realized I was double checking a little bit too much, and so I said, okay, I put it back somewhere where I cannot have it handy with me, and I left it there. So for more than 6 months, I hadn't checked it at all. And today I am staring at it in this kind of amazing state, of being. There are other things which hardened, as I said, amongst the things that hardened partially, some of them hardened, manifested even better than what I had written. And some others manifested exactly as I had written. For others, I am staring at them and I am truly, truly in a no state because they truly manifested. And I know that when I wrote them, I wasn't believing so much about them. They truly were kind of a dream. So, long story short, to summarize all this experience of my bingo board 2025, I witness how, for sure, we do experience in our life everything we choose, everything we decide to experience. There are some things that maybe we believe that, are important to us, but they are not so much. Therefore, there are other things that harden into fact before those other things. And I also witness how the three-dimensional reality takes form in a way that can truly surprise us, in a form that can be even better, even more creative, even more miraculous, even more wonderful, than we have planned. So this gives me the teaching to be open, to keep on going with an openness of, of a kind of approach, open approach to life. I mean, this kind of cooperation with the mystery of life, with all those parts that we cannot see with our physical eyes and that we cannot somehow access to during our everyday life unless we go into very deep meditations or, practices which allow us to connect very deeply with our highest self, source, who we are. We should be perpetually connected, but I still find out how there are some parts which are, intertwined with the mystery, and they're asking us to do not touch them, to, simply trust who we are, trust that we are also mystery, and that mysterious part of us is very powerful and potent, and it selects and creates and it works behind the scenes for us to experience at the best what we are meant to experience, because on a deeper, higher level we have chosen that. So Let's keep on working with our deepest desires. Let's be open to experience even better, and also to experience exactly what we can select. This is so amazing. I now have just in front of me one specific of the 25 cells I had wrote, and there is one where I had chosen 3 specific words to describe, my desire. And those are exactly the words I have recently used to upgrade my YouTube channel. I absolutely wasn't thinking about my board when I was upgrading my YouTube channel. I had forgotten about them. So just, plant the seeds and forget about them. Let the mysterious part to keep nurturing them. Let the love that you have for yourself to nurture them, because that love nurture every single aspect of our life. So fill your life with love, enthusiasm, magic, energy, miracles, trust in who you are and nothing else, because you are all that exists. And be open. And furthermore, have fun. Enjoy yourself in this amazing journey, travel, experience of the divine embodied into human vessel. I'm going to create another board for this year, but this year I'm going to call it my bold board, because I have upgraded myself through these months, and for 2026 I'm playing boldly, unapologetically boldly. So we see each other in a little while with other experiences. As we are here, this is a victory and a success. Have an amazing journey for these months that are unfolding, because we have already lived everything in our quantum field, and now we simply are allowing the materialization of these things in the three-dimensional world. Therefore, let's enjoy the three-dimensionality as well.